Dear students, this is my fourth video lecture in first year BCom semester 1 for subject Financial Accounting paper 1 chapter Structure of Balance Sheet. In this video lecture again we will solve one example related to preparation of vertical balance sheet as per Companies Act 2013 section 129 schedule 3 part 1 from the previous university papers. Here is the question. From the following assets and liabilities of Saurabh Limited as on 31st March 2019, prepare balance sheet as per schedule 3 part 1 of the Companies Act 2013, and the financial informations are machinery, goodwill, land and building, software, investment fluctuation fund, bills receivable, workers accident compensation fund, technical know-how, general reserve, profit and loss account debit balance, copyright, creditors, cash, goods in transit, provident fund, employees profit sharing fund, bank loan, bank overdraft, debtors, bills payable, trademarks, deposits, loan from related parties, motor vehicles, advertisement suspense account, development expenses, equity share capital, and last provision for taxation. My dear students, all information is available with amount, but only the amount of equity share capital is missing. So finally, while preparing balance sheet, we will get some balancing figure on equity and liability side, and that balancing figure will be considered as amount of equity share capital. So first of all, let us classify all the financial items given in the question for respective heads and subheads of balance sheet. First we have machinery. Machinery will be recorded as non-current asset under fixed assets tangible. Goodwill again non-current assets and will be recorded as fixed assets intangible. Land and building will be recorded as non-current asset under subhead fixed assets tangible. Software will be recorded as a non-current assets under head fixed assets intangible. Investment fluctuation fund will be recorded under shareholders fund as a reserve and surplus. Bills receivable will be recorded as a current asset under subhead trade receivables. Workers accident compensation fund will be recorded under shareholders fund as a reserve and surplus. Technical know-how is an intangible asset and will be recorded under non-current asset as a fixed assets intangible. General reserve will be recorded under shareholders fund as a reserve and surplus. Same way, profit and loss account will be recorded under shareholders fund as reserve and surplus. But dear students, here we have a debit balance of profit and loss account. It means it is a negative amount. So debit balance of profit and loss account will be deducted from the total of reserve and surplus. Next item is copyright. Copyright will be recorded under the head non-current assets and subhead fixed assets intangible. Creditors will be recorded as a current liabilities under the head trade payables. Cash will be recorded as a current assets under the head cash and cash equivalents. Goods in transit will be recorded as a current assets under the head inventories. Provident fund will be recorded under non-current liabilities as a long-term provision. Employees profit sharing fund will be recorded under non-current liabilities as a long-term provisions. Bank loan will be recorded under non-current liabilities as a long-term borrowings. Bank overdraft will be recorded as a current liability under short-term borrowings. Debtors will be recorded under current assets as a trade receivables. Bills payable will be recorded under current liabilities as a trade payables. Trademarks will be recorded under non-current assets as a fixed assets intangible. Deposits will be recorded under non-current liabilities as a long-term borrowings. Loan from related parties will be recorded as a non-current liabilities under long-term borrowings. Motor and vehicles will be recorded under non-current assets as a fixed assets tangible. Advertisement suspense account will be recorded under shareholders fund as a reserve and surplus, but will be deducted from the total of reserve and surplus, because advertisement suspense account is our fictitious assets. Same way, development expense as in fictitious assets will be deducted from reserve and surplus like advertisement suspense account. Equity share capital will be recorded under shareholders fund as a share capital. And finally, provision for tax will be recorded under non-current liabilities as a short-term provisions. And now, from this information, first we will prepare notes to the balance sheet and then final balance sheet. Here are notes to the balance sheet of Saurabh Limited. First note for share capital. Initially it is not available, so question mark. Second note for reserve and surplus. In reserve and surplus we have investment fluctuation fund rupees 26,000, workmen's accident compensation fund rupees 30,000, general reserve rupees 20,000. So total reserve and surplus amounts to rupees 76,000. From these total we will deduct profit and loss account debit balance rupees 32,000, advertisement suspense account rupees 40,000 and development expenses rupees 36,000. So finally the balance remain for reserve and surplus is minus 32,000. Dear students, this minus 32,000 will be recorded in balance sheet on equity and liability side as negative amount. Our third note is for long-term borrowings, and in the given financial data we have bank loan worth rupees 1 lakh, loan from related parties rupees 50,000 and public deposits rupees 21,000, and total long-term borrowings amount to rupees 1,71,000. Fourth note is for long-term provisions, and in that we have provident fund worth rupees 34,000 and employees profit sharing rupees 6,000. So total long-term borrowings are rupees 40,000. Next, note number 5 is for short-term borrowings, and in that we have bank overdraft of rupees 36,000. Note number 6 is for trade payables, and we have creditors rupees 48,000 and bills payable rupees 26,600, and total trade payables amount to rupees 74,600. Note number 7 is for short-term provisions, in which we have provision for taxation rupees 26,000. And now Notes for assets. First is non-current assets, fixed assets. Note number 8 is for tangible assets, and we have land and building worth rupees 80,000, plant and machinery worth rupees 1,37,000, motor vehicles worth rupees 44,000, and total fixed tangible assets amount to rupees 2,61,000. Note number 9 is for fixed assets intangible, in which we have goodwill worth rupees 30,000, computer software worth rupees 6,000, technical know-how worth rupees 50,000, copyrights rupees 34,000, and trademarks rupees 44,000. So total intangible assets amount to rupees 1,64,000. Next, note number 10 is for inventories, and in which we have goods in transit rupees 70,000. Note number 11 is for trade receivables, in which we have debtors rupees 60,000, bills receivable rupees 10,600. So total trade receivables amount to rupees 70,600. Note number 12 is for cash and cash equivalents, in which we have cash of rupees 50,000, and there is no short-term loans and advances in the financial data. After preparing notes, we will prepare balance sheet of Saurabh Limited as on 31st March 2019. Particulars, notes and amount. My dear students, here we can directly put the note amount in the amount column. No need to mention the items of respective notes, but mentioning of note number is necessary. So in balance sheet, our first part is equity and liabilities. In that, our first item is shareholders fund. In shareholders fund, our subhead is share capital. Amount is rupees 3 lakh. My dear students, this rupees 3 lakh is nothing but a balancing figure. Will come at the end of balance sheet that we will discuss. And second is reserve and surplus. As per the note number 2, it is rupees minus 32,000. Then number 2 is non-current liabilities, in which we have long-term borrowings mentioned in note number 3. Total amount rupees 1,71,000. B. Long-term provisions, note number 4, and total amount rupees 40,000 as per note number 4. Then third is current liabilities. In that we have short-term borrowings, note number 5, that is bank overdraft rupees 36,000. Here bank overdraft is a single component of short-term borrowings. That is why I have mentioned in current liabilities short-term borrowings. B is trade payables. In trade payables there is a note number 6, in which we have a creditors of rupees 48,000 and bills payable of rupees 26,600. And D, short term provisions, and we have note number 7 for short term provisions. In that we have provision for taxation rupees 26,000. Now we will see the second part of vertical balance sheet, that is assets, in which number 1 we have non-current assets. First is fixed assets tangible, and for that we have note number 8 and total amount 2,61,000. Then we have intangible assets, note number 9, amount rupees 1,64,000. And then number 2 is current assets. First is inventories. In inventories we have note number 10, and there is only one item, goods in transit, rupees 70,000. Goods in transit means supplier has issued the material from his premise, but company has not yet received. It is somewhere in transit, and that is our current asset, and it will be recorded as inventory. Next is trade receivables, note number 11, and we have debtors worth rupees 60,000 and bills receivable rupees 10,600. Then finally cash and cash equivalents, note number 12. We have a cash balance of rupees 50,000. My dear students, total on asset side amounts to 6,15,600. As we all know that balance sheet gets tally at the end, so same amount 6,15,600 6,15,600 will be put on equity and liabilities total, and finally the balancing figure 3 lakh will be recorded as a share capital because it is missing in the given financial data. That's all. Now my dear students, I am giving you one example for your self practice. Here is the question. From the following balances extracted on 31st March 2018 from the books of Solvent Limited, prepare a balance sheet as per Schedule 3 Part 1 of the Companies Act 2013. And the information is land, cash in mill, that is cash in office, factory, share capital of rupees 10 each, building, calls in arrears rupees 2.5 per share, trade payables, general reserve, preliminary expenses, brokerage on shares, stores, wages due, go down rent due, stock in trade, unexpired insurance, we can call it as an prepaid insurance, cash in office, employees benefit fund, salaries due, bad debts provisions, cash at bank, livestock, that is for animals, machineries, loose tools, trade receivables, unclaimed dividends, statement of profit and loss balance. In the absence of information, it will be considered as a credit balance, 10% debentures, bank loans and investments. And finally, we are given one information of bill discounted but not matured rupees 12,000. Dear student, this is nothing but our contingent liability and will be disclosed at the end of balance sheet total as a contingent liability. Now, my personal request to you, first of all you prepare notes of balance sheet and then finally prepare balance sheet in a vertical form as per Companies Act 2013 Schedule 3 Part 1, and your balance sheet will tally with rupees 5,54,280. I am not going to disclose every item. You use your intelligence and classify assets for different heads and subheads, but for few items I give you the hint. Here calls in arrears are given rupees 7,500. Calls in arrears will be deducted from share capital under the head share capital note and net amount will be put in balance sheet. Then preliminary expenses rupees 9,000, brokerage on shares rupees 3,600. Preliminary expenses and brokerage on shares both are unamortized fictitious assets, and these two items will be deducted from total of reserve and surplus. Again I repeat, preliminary expenses and brokerage on shares, both the amounts will be deducted from total of reserve and surplus. Then we are given wages due, go down rent due. These two are our current liabilities and will be put under other current liabilities. Then employees benefit fund. Employees benefit fund will be recorded as a long term provisions. Then we are given bad debt provisions. Bad debt provisions will be deducted from debtors under trade receivables. Then we are given unclaimed dividends. Unclaimed dividends will be recorded in balance sheet under current liabilities as a other current liabilities. I repeat, unclaimed dividend will be recorded under current liabilities as an other current liabilities. Okay, statement of profit and loss balance, it is a credit balance and will be recorded under the head reserve and surplus. Investments will be recorded as a long-term investment for more than 12 months and will be considered as a non-current investments and will be recorded as a non-current assets. That's all. Dear students, thank you very much for watching this video lecture. Very soon we will meet with another example of vertical balance sheet.